Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much. You may be seated. I do want to start out this morning by saying I did enjoy my evening in Chicago last night. Actually, went out, had a chance to do some Christmas shopping. I noticed it's a busy time, the last minute time to get some Christmas shopping done. So I enjoyed going down the Chicago Mile and doing that yesterday evening, getting some of that done. Um, it's indeed an honor and privilege to be with you. And I do want to thank you very much before we begin about rescheduling this event. I know we've had this scheduled for a while now, and we had to reschedule it, but I do appreciate you doing this, and it's indeed an honor to be with you today. This roundtable this morning, we're going to talk about what we've talked about all of yesterday when I first arrived in Chicago, and that's basically the Back to Basics program. You've heard me talk about it over the last couple of years and what it is. And basically, I know that we've had several presidents in the past who have similar programs, and they've had success with those. But what we're doing is we're going to completely revitalize the education system in our nation. And we're going to restore it to a true curriculum. And when I say a true curriculum, we're going to eliminate this political wokeism that's taken over our classrooms. We're taking politics out of the classrooms. What we're putting back in the classrooms is the teaching of the ABCs, the 1, 2, 3s, the good, the bad, the ugly of history. And we're teaching mathematics. We're teaching what students need to survive in today's world. We're not here to teach a political agenda. We're not here to teach hatred. We're not here to do those things. We're here to teach our students more. The most important thing we can do for our students is to teach them the past. Has United States history been perfect? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It has not been. But we owe that to them. We owe them to tell them the story of our successes and our failures so that they can learn from that and so that they do not repeat these in the future. So this is what this event is this morning is we're going to sit down and we're going to talk about some of the ideals that we can put together as educators and putting this program into place. You all know the story that education is very dear to me. I'm married to a professional educator for almost 30 years, and I've seen the struggles. I've seen the first year that she was an teacher back in Texas, teaching summer school just to make that little extra money. But the problem is when summer school is over with, she was tired, not ready to go back to the fall semester. And how do we fix that? How do we fix not having tired teachers at the end of a summer when they should be fully rested, ready to go? Because I will tell you, having done it, I will tell you that a school year is a long time. We all in this room know how long these school years are. And we know the toll it takes. Well, Back to Basics is going to one, give teachers a livable wage. Some estimates say that if we get the program passed through Congress, the way it's designed, the teachers will see a pay increase that will make them close to almost $100,000 a year. And before you say, how are you going to do that? Well, this is how it's going to happen. We'll revert to federal spending, our federal budget, back to the 2019 levels. And we'll use the surplus from the 2023 federal budget, or we'll use the differences between the 2023 federal budget and 2019 federal budget. I said 17, but 19 federal budget. And we'll use that difference to fund the pay increases. Now, you're also going to say, how are you going to do this? Education is a state-controlled function, and it is. But what we're going to do from the federal level is we're going to make that money available so that states can apply and get that money. Just for example, in my home state of Texas, we have 300 school districts, roughly 300 school districts in our state. The average teacher, based on the numbers of Back to Basics, would receive about close to $100,000 a year in salary. Now, what this will do, this will make these jobs a whole lot more competitive, and we'll get the right people in these positions. So many times what happens is people get into teaching for the wrong reasons. They see the glamour side of it. They see the 7:15 to 3:45 hit at home. What they do not see is the 80 hours plus a week that a teacher works. What they don't see, and I'm sure we're seeing it throughout Chicago here today, is teachers packing up their laptop bags, taking stuff home for Christmas to grade. Because I know back home in Texas, report cards are due right after they come back at the first of next year. People don't see that. They see the glamour side. And so we want to make the pay equal to the task. Equal to the task. And Back to Basics will do that. And we got to get teachers above the poverty level. And no in Texas, and I'm sure it's that way here in Illinois, too many teachers are living at the poverty level. That should not be that way. Education is very important because you think about it, in your classrooms, you have a future scientist, a future senator, a future congressman, maybe even a future president, a future astronaut, and we owe it to them to get them necessary skills and get them ready to teach, or ready not to teach, but ready to tackle this next generation, this future coming up, actually. So we owe that to them. But the only way we can do that is to teach them the right skills, And so Back to Basics will definitely accomplish that. That's some of the things we'll be talking about here today in this. And I want to hear your viewpoints on this. I want to hear what your thoughts and concerns are about this. I know that some policymakers and some administrators may have concerns about how are we going to roll this program out. How is it going to affect budgets? How is it going to affect everything? And so we're going to answer that today during this event. And we've been talking about this for several months. We actually had even a discussion yesterday on the way over on Air Force One, just talking to Secretary of Education about this. And we're really committed to this, and we're going to see this through. But we really need the help of administrators, teachers, and staff to make this work. So, with this today, let's go ahead and get started with this. Let's touch base, and I do want to hear your ideals behind this, what your concerns are, and what we can do to make this a success. So, thank you very much for your time, and let's begin this. Thank you.